Hey, this is Betony. I wanted to give everyone an update about, what's been going on with reverse commissions. And, people watch you, and they don't realize that, you put in a lot of work to get the results that you get. I worked my butt off, in IPS, and I accomplished a lot, you know. But when reverse commissions came out, when it started, the pre-launch, so where we were building our teams, I was like, I'm not going to slow down. I'm going to put in 10 times the work I did in IPS, when reverse, commissions came out. And I've been able to make half the amount of money that I did in IPS in a shorter amount of time. The comp plan by the CEOs are both the same. The CEO that was in over IPS is the same one that's over reverse commissions. But they made it where, reverse commissions is a one-time fee. You get instant commissions, and where you get to have like a pass up on your second and your fourth. So we have the ability to work smarter and reverse commissions instead of working harder. I missed the launch of IPS. I got in later, but I still was able to make really good money. But now everyone has the chance to get started now on the ground floor, before the full launch on December 31st. When December 31st comes, we're going to have a call center, okay? That's going to be closing all of our leads. And they're used to, closing $20,000 to $30,000 sales, okay? So our highest level right now is the $500 level, okay? So think how easy it's going to be for them to close, all of our sales for us to get like endless $500 sales. Plus, we're going to have the number one traffic guy in the industry, and he's going to be teaching us how to drive traffic so that we can get faster results. I feel so sorry for people who are just still sitting back and watching me make more and more money when you could have the opportunity to have two rotators, working for you to help you, okay? Help you get leads, But people have to realize you have to take 100% of responsibility for your business, okay? But me and my upline, we have been trained by millionaires, okay? And people have to realize, if you go to a job every single day, you're going to put in work every single day. Otherwise, you're not going to get a paycheck, correct? Network marketing is the very same thing. But guess what? You might, wind up putting in more work than you did into your job. Your real world job instead of your online job. You might wind up putting a whole lot more work in. But guess what? You're the CEO now, okay? You're the CEO of your own business now, okay? You have full responsibility of your business. You can go on vacation when you want to. You don't have to miss any of your kids' events. You have 100% control of your life. But if you come in and work with me, I give you all of the tools, okay? All of, my upline, we put together this training group, okay? Well, people have a freaking yellow brick road to how, my upline made, over $86,000 in Infinity Profit System. And I show exactly everything that I did, in Infinity Profit System and how I've been successful for the last 4 years of my 6 years of working online. But people need to realize, my upline, she struggled for 3.5 years before she had success. I struggled 2 years, okay? Because we didn't have the right mentors. We weren't giving, the tools to use to get results. But guess what? When you come and work with me, you have access to everything that she has been trained by. You have everything that I have, been trained by. And I know how to get results. All it does is take you coming in, following simple directions, and you make a freaking load of money, okay? Nowhere in the world, I'm sure, that you've made over $4,300, and what, it's been 18 days now, and since this picture was made at the top, I've made more money. So just come in come in, okay? Follow the very simple instructions that we have, and you can make a lot of money going to 2017. But it's like, I love the powerhouse team that I have now, because they do feel truly blessed that they came and worked with Betony Garner. And I'm very, very thankful for my team. You know, we're all working together every single day, so every single person gets results. So you're never, ever going to be alone. All you have to do is put in the work that me as your sponsor gives to you, and you can get results. Even if you're a newbie, we have newbies, okay? Newbies coming in and doing the training and getting results. But you have to have the right mindset, okay? Come in and realize that this is a job, that you're the CEO of your future, and you can get results if you do every single thing that Betony Garner shares with you. Okay, get in contact with me as soon as possible. 205-417-0767, 205-417-0767. Go into 2017 being debt free, okay? Think about that, being able to be debt free. So reach out to me as soon as possible. Come in before the 31st, okay? Because if you don't, you're going to regret it, okay? We have thousands and thousands and thousands of big, huge teams from like 3 different countries that's coming in after December 31st. So you want to get in before that huge wave of people come in. One of the CEOs has a deal with a radio station, that this radio station has like 50 million, viewers, listeners, every single, month. And then we're going to be having advertisement on that also. So you definitely want to get in now before this huge wave come in. Talk to you later.